Hello everyone, Vanguard of Valor here, and welcome back to another episode of Dwarf Fortress. Now, we are back here once again trying to build ourselves up some lovely things. We've been in the middle of creating all kinds of great works, like our wonderful road here building into our fortress. We're building up our guard towers to protect us from invaders. We have got all manner of things underway. We've done some trading recently. We've got mushrooms growing everywhere in our fortress. All kinds of things have come in since we've opened up the caves down below. So that'll be kind of interesting to work with. But for now, we're going to have to try and do something a little more mundane. We're going to be doing a whole bunch of military upgrades. So, we have got, first of all, a whole bunch of new dwarves added to our fortress. If we take a look at our dwarf therapist right here, we can see that we've added Voloran, the Bone Guard, Sauron, Ryumania, Robot Battalion, Pepsi Jedi, Octavia, Kyle, Jacob Archer, Grennan, Epic Gamer, 879, Delirium 21, Dizzy, Disc Boy, Chicken Wing, CJ, Adrian, Adjvez, and Aternex Lorderp. All of them have been added to our fortress, so I can commit those changes now. There we go. Now, I would have them listed in here, but they're in one enormous super wave, so it's kind of hard for me to go through and make sure they're all in there. But what we're going to be looking at today is the military side of things. We have a lot of dwarves here that we're going to be adding into our military. Specifically, we're going to be making 5 new squads of dwarves today. So we'll drop this out of the way, and let's get right to it. First of all, we're going to be going into our nobles page, something I've noticed recently. This option is here. C, becoming the capital. I don't know what that does. This is what they need us to be in order to become the capital, I assume. We need to have a certain value of architecture. We have much more than that. And we have to offer them 5,000 value worth of resources, apparently. And once we do this, it looks like we might become the capital. That sounds pretty cool. We might try and do that at some point, but for now we're not going to worry about it. We are going to deal with some more basic needs. First of all, we're going to come in here and we're going to set up some more militia captains. Since we're going to be adding so many new squads, we're going to need some. So, we're going to be making one militia captain here. It is going to be Obby. Obby is going to be the captain of one of our new swords dwarf squads. So if I can find him in this list, we can add him in there. Where is he? We have a lot of dwarves here now, so it's a bit tricky to find any one in particular, especially since it's a little bit trickier to sort them in here. There he is, Obby. Welcome aboard, Obby. You are now a militia captain. Who else are we going to be adding in? We'll add a new militia captain. You are going to be, how about Ryumania is going to run this one. There you go, Ryumania. Welcome aboard. You are now the captain of our new squad of axe dwarves. And for our mace dwarves, how about we will make Octavia our new militia captain for that squad. If I can find them in here somewhere. Octavia, you're in here somewhere, I'm pretty sure. You're new, so you should be near the bottom. There you are, Octavia. Perfect. So that gives us a new Swords Dwarf, Mace Dwarf, and Axe Dwarf militia captain. We need 2 more Archer militia captains as well. So we're going to be setting them up. Specifically, we're going to be adding in Signor Phillips as one of them. He's been here for a little while. He's a talented hunter in our squadron, but he is going to be taking on a military job instead. If we can find him. Where is he? Come on now, Signor Phillips. Come out of your hiding. There you are. Welcome aboard, Signor Phillips. And somebody else needs to be made into a captain as well. And I think we will make Spider Venom into another military captain. Excellent. I hope you guys enjoy your newfound power. You are now an important part of our military. Oop, that didn't work. Oh, yes it did. Okay. So that gives us 2 more archers and 3 close combat. Excellent. We're going to need to build a ton of new gear for all these people, but that's fine. We've got them all set up, which means we can now go into our military menu and start building. We have a ton of things going on here. These are just captains. We can now give them all squads. First of all, we're going to add 1 more person to the Courageous Syrups. You are going to be, let's say, Dizzy. Dizzy is going to join this squad. Excellent. You're a competent Marksdwarf. Welcome aboard. You are now a member of the Courageous Syrups. We have 5 new squads to create today, so we'll be able to see what kind of new, highly bizarre names are created. So, let's see. This is going to be a new squad. Bam! You can have sword, axe, or archer. I don't remember which one you are yet, so I'm not going to give you a uniform as of yet. The Creative Wills. Excellent. So you are going to be a... not wrestler, yes, because you're not going to be using wrestling gear. Let's get you a uniform. You're going to have... Can I just add a uniform with C, I believe? Oh, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted at all. Can I delete this? Yes, I can with D. You are going to be a swords dwarf, so you're going to have that uniform? Yes. If I go back now to your positions, we should have you with the swords dwarf uniform. I can go back and fix that after. Either way, we're going to set up our sword squad, the Creative Wills. The Creative Wills are going to have Grenin, Star Smasher 101, and Wolf, and Yuki Sanada in it. So let's see if we can find them all. Grenin, Star Smasher 101, Wolf, and Yuki Sanada. Where are you? There's Wolf, excellent. There's Star Smasher 101 as well, right beside him. That'll be useful. There's a lot of people in here. We got to make sure we put them all to use. Star Smasher 101, there we go. Who else have we got? Grenin and Yuki Sanada need to be added as well. They should all be near the bottom. There's Grenin. And Yuki Sanada, where are you? You should be down here as well. Near the bottom of the list. There we go, a beekeeper. Perfect. You guys are all part of our new Swords Dwarf squad. We're going to create a new squad. Bam! This one, I believe, is our Axe Dwarf squad, so I'm going to give them Tier 1 Axe already. Ryomania, yep, is an Axe Dwarf. In his squad, we are going to have... Let's see if I can find them. We're going to have the Phantom Alpha, we're going to have Sauron, BLT, and Duskull. Let's see if we can find them. There's Sauron. Can we find anybody else? We need to still find the Phantom Alpha, BLT, and Duskull. Where are they? There's BLT, excellent. This is a long process, but we're going to show it all anyway because this is important to do every once in a while. Who else are we adding to this squad? There's the Phantom Alpha, excellent. Now we just need Duskull, if we can find him here somewhere. Where are you, Duskull? I don't know where in the list he is. He was from higher up, I think. There he is. Perfect. There is the Cobalt Chambers, an interesting military squad name. This is going to be our Mace Dwarf squad, so we don't actually have a uniform for them yet. We'll have to make one after. The Mechanical Gills. Nice name, Octavia. Alright. The Mace Dwarf squad is going to have Sarsora in it, as well as CJ, Chicken Wing, and the Norwegian. So there's CJ. Perfect. Chicken Wing is down beside them. Excellent. Chicken Wing. Who else is going to be joining? The Norwegian and Sarsora. Okay. Let's see if we can find them. The Norwegian is higher up, if memory serves. There's Sarsora, so we'll grab them. And last but not least, the Norwegian gets added to that squad. There's a lot of work to be done here, but these guys are going to do it for us. There we go. There's a squad of Mace Dwarves ready to go. Now, it's time to set up our Archer squads. Tier 1 Archer, go. The Weak Boats. Not the most inspiring name, Senor Phillips, but hopefully you'll be able to make up for it with exceptional archery talent. So, who are we going to be adding to this squad? Well, there's a whole bunch of people. This squad is going to also have Rarity, Thelzor, the Bone Guard, and Robot Battalion. So let's see if we can find them. There's Robot Battalion, excellent. Who else is coming to this squad? Can we find anyone who's just sitting around here? There's Thelzor, perfect. And where do we find ourselves a Robot Battalion? There's a Rarity, we'll take them, and Robot Battalion, where are you? Where are you? It's really easy to get lost in here. There are so many names. So many names. But if we can get our military more effective, it'll be a lot harder for people to take us out. I don't see Robot Battalion. Where'd you go? Are you... I thought... Yeah. I made Spider Venom the other military captain, I thought. So we should be able to find Robot Battalion in here somewhere. Where do you go? Where did you go? That's strange. Alright, in that case I'll go for somebody else. We will instead use... How about... It should be right here. That's weird. I'm going to use Decillion instead. There we go. That's another squad of 5, and we can make our final archery squad. Bam! You're a Tier 1 Archer. The Heavenly Orbs by Spider Venom. Excellent. So, let's see. If I remember correctly, I put Dizzy in this squad. Excellent. So we still need to add in Jacobadiah, Silver Dwarf 4 Feared, and Robot Battalion, if I can find him. So, let's see if we can find those guys. Jacobadiah, perfect. And... Silver Dwarf 4, where are you? Now I've picked all of these people because of their skills that they already have. Most of our dwarves don't have the military skills we're looking for, and we don't want to create discomfort here by giving them jobs they don't want. So they're giving the jobs to people who already have some desire to do these jobs. That most of them, this is their highest skill, in fact. We just have to find Robot Battalion now. I don't know where he went. Bone Guard is in this one, isn't he? Oh, he's in here. I guess. Oh, I got confused there. Okay, Bone Guard. We're looking for the Bone Guard then. Herp, and also Derp. We're going to put the Bone Guard in this squad. There we go, and that should be everyone we need. Perfect. That is a whole pile more military dwarves. 26, in fact. Awesome. That means we'll need 26 new sets of armor and everything, but you know what? That's alright for now. So, we need to do a bunch of things with these guys. We need to set up uniforms for them, specifically for the Mace Dwarf squad. Excuse me. For these guys, we're going to need to give them a uniform as well. So we're going to uniforms here. We might as well base it off of tier 1 sword or axe, and then we can just change this. So we can remove this piece with enter, and we can add them in a new item. We'll be giving them a weapon specifically, so we can do that with capital W. There we go. We're going for maces, and no, not any maces. Going for iron maces to be specific. I haven't done this in a while. It's easy to forget everything we're trying to do. We're looking for specific material, so in order to do that, we do our material with capital M for iron. Iron, use material. Oh, hang on, I'm doing this the wrong way. Right. Ah, no. So easy to get wrong. So easy. Alright, mechanical gills. Uniform. We come down to tier 1 sword. We need to make a new uniform for them. I guess. I've deleted the sword from tier 1 sword. Man, I am not doing this properly. I do apologize, folks. It is pretty easy to mess these things up. Do they have short swords or normal swords? I guess they had short swords. Must have been. So we go short sword, now we go over here, select that, make it out of material, and specify iron. That's how you do it. So I'm going to have to make a new uniform. There we go. Add uniform. This one is going to be renamed. You make things, so many mistakes. Tier 1 mace. There we go. This one is going to have, not materials, right now we need to find ourselves mail shirts, helms, gauntlets, and high boots. So, we're adding in a mail shirt. We're also adding in helms, gauntlets, and high boots. So that should be in helms, gloves should be gauntlets, and boots should be high boots. We can now come into weapon as well and get ourselves maces, come back over here to material, and set these all to be made of iron. Because now we can just go, oh, no, hang on, that didn't work. Yeah, so many button presses needed to click on all of these things. Okay, there we go. And we also need to give them their chainmail back, their mail shirts. There you go. And material, one more time. There we go. Oy. Well, that's that. They now have a uniform we can give them. We can equip them with tier 1 mace. And that should... Oh, goodness, so many button pushes are incorrect here. That should mean that they're actually properly equipped. The mechanical gills, are you actually using that uniform? No, you are not. You are going to use this uniform, thank you very much. You are going to use exact matches to that uniform. Nothing else is correct for you, but I want you to actually use it. That's not how I do that, is it? It's so easy to get massively confused in this area. Supplies. I want these guys to carry water as well as to food. So we can change that there to water. There we go. That looks good to me. In ammunition, we don't really need to specify anything here, I think. We may need to give these other archer squads 100 bolts specified. They have 250 bolts specified. Wow, that's a little bit excessive. Let's just reduce that down to 150. Heavenly orbs down to 150. And I'll boost up these guys to the same level. So they also have 150. And 150. There we go. Excellent. So that'll do for now. We'll have to give them specific materials once we start making higher quality bolts so that they use the wooden ones for training and the metal ones for combat. But since we haven't started making metal bolts anyway, that's not a problem yet. Okay. What else have we got going on here? We need to schedule these guys. We can equip them first, though. We can make sure they actually have the right thing. So we can assign these guys uniforms, like this. We can tell them to use... Oh, hang on. That was not what I expected it to do. Assign uniform. There we go. And we can now give these guys Tier 1 Archer. There you go. We are going to come to weak boats. They already have Tier 1 Archer. Mechanical Gills, you get to Tier 1 Mace. Cobalt Chambers, you guys are going to have Tier 1 Axe, yes. And Creative Wills, you have Tier 1... Creative Wills, Tier 1 Sword. There we go. Alright, that should give them what... Stinking escape. I keep hitting escape to get out of the menu, but that's not what I need to be doing. Oy. So... That's looking pretty solid here. These guys should get properly... Oh, hang on. Did I set... I did. Oh my goodness. Okay. I need to set the uniform for the entire squad, which I was not in fact doing. I was only setting it for the first person in each squad. Assign uniforms, Shift-Enter to use for squad. Yes, please. Creative Wills. Tier 1 Sword. Shift-Enter. There we go. Cobalt Chambers. We find Tier 1 Axe and Shift-Enter. Mechanical Gills, we find Tier 1 Mace and we Shift-Enter. And that should have properly done this. There we go. Now they're marked as being Mace Dwarves and Swords Dwarves up here instead of only having one being marked as that job. There we go. Okay, that's that getting underway now. So that means they should try to equip the correct gear once we create it for them. We also need to fix up our schedule for them, though, because at the moment... they all have constant training schedules, which is a little bit excessive if you ask me, because right now these guys are on a 2-for-2 schedule, but all the new people are constantly working. So we should probably sort that out somehow. We're probably going to go into some oddly numbered rotations here, so that we'll have people working over these gaps. So like we'll have active, inactive, inactive, active, active, inactive, inactive, that kind of thing, because that would be good. We can set people on active duty to have all of these things like sleep in barracks at will, all that kind of stuff. This is going to take a while to go through. We also have to make sure we set this to train 3 minimum instead of being everywhere else, so it's going to take us a little while. In the meanwhile, though, what we're going to do is we're going to grab the copy from active duty, copy orders, and we're going to be pasting it in here. So we're going to be pasting those into every pair of places like so, and then we'll come over and grab no scheduled order, copy that order, and place it into the other places that are currently marked train. And that way we can do it the easiest as possible. I believe one of our squads only had 4 people, so it might have slightly different organization, but this should work just fine. Because we can now repeat this pattern through all of these guys. We're going to be pasting the no schedule order into the opposite places now to make sure that we have a nice overlap of squads for our archers. We're going to copy active duty and do it again over here. This is probably not the most interesting episode, I know, but these kinds of things do need to be done, otherwise our military will find itself massively outgunned. So, the mechanical gills. Let's set you guys on this. Oops, hang on, that's not right. There we go. Skip 2, there we go. Copy no scheduled order, and paste that into the training slots. There we go. Now we're going to have to do that a couple more times yet, but that's okay. Shouldn't be too much trouble for us. We do have a large number of new military people coming in, which should help keep us alive. So we're going to copy that order and come back in and paste it back in again. This is highly important. If we don't actually get our military up to snuff, we will get completely overwhelmed next time something really comes to try and kill us. So we're going to try and set it up now. This also should help us deal with our issues with more people coming into the barracks at the same time. It'll also help deal with our barracks downstairs, because we're going to have people down there to protect against that. There's a lot of stuff going on, in short. So, we will take a look here. Take a look and see what we can do. So that order is all sorted out. We now need to give them places to train, but that's going to be something that's going to happen a little bit later. As of right now, they're just going to sit around, but that's fine. So if we come back out of that, that means I believe we have done everything we need to do. Inactive and active training. We just need to set these guys to active training. There you go. Congratulations, everyone. You are now joined into our new military. Specifically, you are our new military. But we still need to gear you up, so it's time to start doing some other work. That is a whole lot of military setup done. Time to get it more underway than that. Specifically, we're going to try and assign ourselves a manager now. I believe we can just assign someone to be a manager. So we only have one person who has any organizational skill, and they're currently a militia captain, so I don't really want to take them out of the job. They're probably better off where they are. So I'm going to take someone who doesn't have a particularly important job at the moment. Let's grab Victor Malik, a fisher dwarf here. We have plenty of fishermen at the moment. He's going to need himself a new office, so that shouldn't be too hard to manage. What does he need? He needs fine quarters. Oh, no, he needs a meager office. Well, we'll give him a nice office. How about that? He is going to hopefully allow us to organize all of our military spending without having to get it all stuck into the 10 slots in our shops. So that'll be important. So we'll drop down to here. We're going to be needing a bed, table, chair, chest, and cabinet. So do we have any of those things already? We can build a bed in here. Yes, we can. Perfect. So I'll stick that there. We can stick a bed in. Do we have a table we can place? Yes, we do. So I'll place that one right here. We can pick from any number of tables. We have a chair. Yes, we do. Excellent. We're looking pretty good so far. We don't have a chest or a cabinet, I would assume, but we can try and build one anyway and find out. If we try and build, no, we do not have a cabinet. Okay, that's fine. We're going to go back upstairs then. I can just hit F2 to jump right there. I have to remember I can do that. And we're going to go to our carpenter's workshop here and construct ourselves a wooden chest and a wooden cabinet. I know I don't need to make everything out of wood. There are stone comparisons in most of these things, but I just like using wood for whatever reason. So I do. There we go, and a cabinet. That should be more than what he needs. We're going to probably start making chests for all of our dwarves at some point, just to make them a little bit happier. This should have a whole pile of new job rotations, but that's fine for now. Excellent. Okay. We have captured people's dogs? Hang on a second, what is this? Oh, these are the dogs we purchased, right. We're going to need to let them free soon so that we can actually have our dogs breeding, so we can start to have our hunting dogs set up. But for now, that'll be fine. Once these people build... Hello. Okay, people are starting to rotate around jobs. That is exactly what we wanted to see. Good, good, good. Okay. We just need people to come build these things so we can actually get the office set up. We should also put some doors in here, most likely. If we come into here, I believe we can turn these locations into what we need from here. So, if we take the bed, we can make a study. Perfect. The chair makes a study, that's right. Like so. We can now set that room and we can assign the chair to Victor Malik, who needs one. Where are you, Victor Malik? You're going to be somewhere in here, aren't you? Well, we'll find you and then we'll go from there. We'll find you in here somewhere. Where are you, Victor? I just gave you a new job. Don't hide from me now. Is this in reverse order, maybe? I don't know. Can't seem to find him in here. Where are ya? Come on now, I'm just trying to give you a desk. You don't want to cooperate, do ya? He's in here somewhere. Did I pass him already? There he is. I did pass him already. There we go, Victor Malik. And we can set you a bed once the construction on that is complete. But by construction, I assume they mean they're just putting it in place. But hey, that works too. So we'll set that up. Oop, down. We will give you this room. Assign the room to Victor Malik. You are no longer sleeping where you were. There you go, chum. And I'll even make this your personal dining room. Oh, no, I want you to use the upstairs dining room because... You have a personal dining room? You do. Because the upstairs one is much higher quality than your room currently is. Here we go. So, that means he should have everything he needs now to operate as a noble. Good. He has what he requires. He has fine quarters and a modest office instead of simply meager office. So that should be him quite happy. And that should give us the ability to use our manager option in here. If we see that it is... Where's the manager? Just view... Oh, come on now, where is it? Jobless, that's what I was looking for. The jobless needs managers. I believe we can use this guy to give specific jobs more importance. So if we want to give a specific combination of constructions, we can do it this way. So I haven't tried this much before. I haven't been big on using the managers, but we're going to experiment with that and see if we can specifically build the 26 armor sets we need. However, I'm going to quickly check the time on this video because I think we might actually be pretty close to being done for today. So I'll quickly double check that. Oops, I don't know what I just did. Whoa, no! Well, apparently I hit something I wasn't supposed to because the game wound up dying on us, but thankfully it was able to save before it did die, so we didn't lose anything, which would be good because that would be a pain in the butt. But yeah, we got about 5 minutes left, so that's fine. So what we're going to try and do here is see if we can work out how to use this manager to actually organize our jobs so we can get 26 of the things we need created without losing the space in our workshops. So, if we go into the job list, we should be able to use our manager to create new orders, and by using this, we should be able to do exactly what we want. So if we look for male shirts, we can say forge iron male shirt, and we should be able to do that exactly 26 times. Perfect. We can do a new order. We can tell iron helms. There we go, forge iron helm. We're going to do 26 of those. We're also going to need gauntlets. So we're going to have a new work order. We're going to say iron gaunt. Forge iron gauntlet. Excellent. We do 26 of those. We're also going to try and get our boots. So we're going to go for high boot. Forge iron high boots. We're going to need 26 of those. There we go. I think that gives us all of them. We might need to double up the boots and gauntlets again. I can never remember if that creates 1 or 2, but we can always find out how many are actually created afterwards if we know we made 26 of them. We're also going to need to make a new order for sword. We're going to need iron short swords. We'll need 5 of those. We're also going to need a new order for maces, iron maces, 5 of those. We're also going to need, let's see, a new order for axes. We'll need iron battle axes, 5 of those. We'll need 11 new crossbows, so we'll need to order for that. We'll make crossbow, iron crossbow, we'll make 11 of those. What else are we going to need here for these guys? I think that covers most of the gear we're going to need to prepare them. I think. I don't necessarily need to make the crossbows out of iron, though. That just makes them extra heavy and harder to hit people with. I might swap those back down to wood. Let's remove this one. We'll switch that back over to wooden crossbows. So make crossbow out of wood. Sure, that'll do. Wooden crossbows, 11. Perfect. I think that covers most of the things we needed to create for our army. Now I think we can just leave those things in there. If we hit P on them, how does that change the priority? Does that move them up or down? It does. That's fine. These things don't really matter for priority. As long as they all get made, we can do the rest from there. So that should have our manager make that happen for us. And that should be good. If we check out our nobles list, he doesn't want anything else because I'm making him work, does he? I don't think so. He should be pretty happy there. Awesome. So that'll be good. We can set that to resume, and that'll start iron production in earnest. Now, I don't think that'll be cancelled by anything. I think that'll be fine. Also, the game ran a little bit while it was freaking out, so we got a bunch of masterpieces and stuff completed. That's fine. It's just engravings. These guys are about to finish this top floor, and we'll be able to send them down and move on to the bedrooms again. At least soon, anyway. Have they actually left yet? No, the merchants have not left yet. We are going to need to do a couple more things downstairs, though, and we're also going to need to set up another archery range down there as well. So I think we're going to come directly down, which I believe is F5, perfect, and start digging out another archery range somewhere over here. So if we designate another mining area, we can actually dig it out over here, which would be nice. We can dig 3 over, then 1 over, and then we can dig out another 5 area, and we can dig it into another archery range. That should be perfect. That shouldn't interrupt anything else because there's plenty of space there, and that way we should be able to use that as another archery range for our new squads. And that should be lovely. We got plenty of beds down here we'll be able to organize them into. I should really turn this into a barracks if I haven't already. I don't think I have. That would be a good idea. I can do that later, though. For now... Oh, hello. Theodore has given birth to a boy. Congratulations, Theodore. For now, we just want to make sure that these things are being correctly built. If we check in our job list, can we see if they're actually in this list now? I've never actually tried this before, so I'm interested to see how it organizes things. So... are any of those items in here? Lots of plant seed jobs for our farm plots. Wooden bolts, mechanisms, manage work orders. Victor Malik is doing that. I don't see them in here, but he is doing that, so it must be in there somewhere. I'm not sure how that is organized. I might have to make another workshop, because I think all of our smelters are actually working. Or metal dwarf. Metalsmith's forges, that's what I was looking for. That's probably what they'd use. I'm guessing it's not going to be a problem, though. We'll just let them work it out and see how it happens. If it doesn't start working, we can do it manually either way. So that's always going to be interesting. For now, though, we might just drop it at that and move on from there. People up here are still building the walls and floors on our various areas of construction here, which is all well and good. Okay, our military is getting underway. There's still more work to be done. We have to set them up in their barracks, but for the most part, this should work out just fine. So, I guess this is where we ended off. Thanks for watching, everyone. This has been Vanguard of Valor, playing some more Dwarf Fortress here for you. If you have enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to leave a like on the episode. Our merchants have left us, and that's all just fine. Anyhow, until next time, bye-bye.